Hey JP, and so I just want to make sure I did just a quick video so you might understand a couple things. Yes, the Colorado ad got flagged for discrimination because it picked up some crazy way that it was a ad for employment, or there was something in the writing or the picture intending employment, and there's absolutely nothing. So here again, the AI is having issues, right? It's kind of like the word pod on your Google Ads. Um, that was easily resolved with an appeal because I explained to them that a Slim Pod is a machine. We're not talking about Tide Pods, which is trademark, um, registered trademark, which is the expensive legal thing, and then pods and period, just period. Like coffee pods. I mean that's a big word, but it has nothing to do with those industries. So they relieved it, and we're delivering full. Okay, I'm going to build some specific ads for Boulder to roll in with everything else that rolls in that metro area to help that foot traffic. But once you see something about the ads here, so like this was one of the rejected ones, right? And I'm just going through it and I'm looking at the audience and all the pieces. But I think maybe there's something that is important for you to understand. Like these IDs, okay, those are your personal pages, right? We have full control over, and they're tied to your ads account, including Megatan. So these are three personal, okay? I don't know if you saw that or not. See, it says personal. And then when we go to Paul Rudnick's, that's the corporate glow tanning and then the other six stores. You see that? But your Facebook ads account is tied to these guys, right? So you can go boost anything. So when I do an email blast, it'll cross onto this, and all of these down here, except corporate, okay? Because it's not in my list. I'm not on that page. So the whole deal is when they cross post, you're welcome to go boost it. But one of the things is like Colorado, it was a previous post in December, it ran. And when you try to repost it, it flagged it for employment, which was, idiotic, but it did. And the best way to do that sometimes, if the appeal didn't work, because you got to get a hold of somebody, but if the appeal didn't work, and I did talk to somebody, but since it's already passed tense, they can't overrule it or anything. The best way to do it is just go take that image and all that written text and go create a brand new post and then boost that. And I'll show you why that's important because I did that for Boulder and it worked. Okay, this one's still in review. Did a little $100, same exact deal you're trying to push, same exact deal. This one's still in review. That one got approved in a matter of like 3 minutes. Okay, so the reason why Boulder got rejected is because this ID is not tied to his business account. So you can't use post in his business account, right? So like when you go take a boost that was already done over here, it's in his business account but tied to your ads, but it's not tied to this. So that restricted Boulder from actually running. Colorado, maybe it was trying to just restrict it and it flipped over to, discrimination. Who knows, man? These big companies, these big systems are getting a little weird. So, I mean, look at AT&T with the outage, right? Holy crap. So the whole idea is I just went and recreated that, okay? And I'll show you. If I go here, and this is the other thing, it's probably slow down instead of doing hammering it because you don't know why. Now you got all of these that are discriminatory. I'm going to try to get them off there because if you get too many, then what happens is you get strikes on your account. And it doesn't matter how big your ad budget is, strikes on your account is going to limit how many ads they'll let you run or limit how much you can reach, right? That's very, very important. But here is what I can show you. Like here's Boulder. So I just recreated this manually. I went to the page, added that post, put in your language that you had previously, okay? And you can see, did someone say free? That one, right? Please like and share. There's tanningfree.com. So, and I did a link click ad is what I did, and I did the advantage placement. I like doing that because it does help it. Now, I notice you like selecting specific, and that's cool, but you see the difference in the link click? Like this one right here, that's a well-performing ad. Eh, reach is a little high, so I might have focused the audience a little better. But for 184 clicks, that means I drove people to the website. Either they found a location or they got a guest pass, right? So me clicking, getting them to click that gives me a bigger chance of foot traffic. Post engagement, you're paying for people to like, share, or comment. Doesn't necessarily mean that they click the link. Okay, click the link is part of that, but that's a humongous amount of numbers here, but probably less traffic than what that generated. Okay, so think about that. I would probably just part and parcel split that. If you're going to spend $1,000 on a boosted post, let's do 500 on post engagements the way you do it, and then do one that's a link click, right? We want to give them half a chance to get there. If I got a guest pass or I got them to walk in, I got customer data I could probably use, right? If I got a like, share, emoji, good feel, you know, any kind of engagement, like they just put a little heart on it. You paid for that. You have to remember that. So I like it because it does stir the activity and get the buzz going, but I probably wouldn't put all the eggs in one basket there. But I was able to go recreate this post, a fresh one, and boost it, and it got approved in a matter of minutes. So I did the same thing for Colorado, and it sure is hung up for some reason, taking its time, and it's still in review. So let's see if it gets approved sometime tonight. Because I know they're looking at it going, well, this one was rejected, but it's you know what I mean? There's nothing that would be rejecting that. So this is a link click ad. And post engagements, the last one or two you did, those are that stack of rejected ones. So slow down, make sure the post existed on the page previously. If it didn't work once and you try the appeal and that doesn't go, then just go recreate that post from fresh and then boost that. And that typically works. So otherwise, we got to get on the wire with somebody. It's like today, man, I was screaming at this girl in Malaysia. I lost my cookies, man. It just took me forever to get her to understand what the hell I was talking about. And they were wrong, but because they're the big company and it's leveled down to somebody who doesn't speak English or understand what we're saying, that's how that crap works, man. That's why my job makes me have gray hairs. So anyway, we got one running for $100 just 4 or 5 days. This one's going to run for $100 4 or 5 days. Once we flush the toilet there, then you should be able to go again. Pay attention though, when you're doing these, they're not connected to that. So don't reboost something over here unless it was something already here as a post or a boost. Okay. And even then, you still might have to recreate it because the system is flagging itself because of Paul Rudnick's account. Okay. All right. Trying to get you some insight. Appreciate you.